Next question. How does UK law address domestic violence issues within the South Asian community, especially when children are involved? Now, I know the law is supposed to apply equally to all communities, all individuals, but what's your thoughts and what's your insights in regards to the South Asian community?
Well, you're absolutely right when you say that the law applies equally. The law is there and it applies equally, fairly. It's there for one and all. But what I can say is, over the years, I mean, I have been practicing, or I have been in the legal field since 1998. Feels quite frightening when I say that out loud. But when I look at the judiciary as it was then, and when I look at the judiciary as it is now, we have a judiciary who is much more aware. So they are much more culturally aware, they are much more culturally sensitive. I know a lot of people in the judiciary now who have become judges, whether district judges or circuit judges, in the last seven years or so. And these now judges were people who I came across as lawyers and barristers in private practice. So I have knowledge of those people dealing with cases when there were solicitors and barristers, and dealing with cases with people from the South Asian communities. So they, as practitioners in their practicing years, were dealing in West Yorkshire, dealing in Bradford, in Leeds, in our local courts, and dealing with the issues that we have with people, with women from Pakistani, Gujarati, Bengali backgrounds who had suffered domestic abuse, who had undergone years of domestic abuse and had not done anything about it. Concepts of izzat, shame, all of those things. So we have a judiciary who are much more attuned to those kinds of things. And also that there are other elements as well. So, for example, the judiciary, the courts are very mindful that not everybody speaks English. So very recently I was involved in a case, it was a forced marriage case. I was representing the young person, or the person who was being protected. This person had been granted a forced marriage order. There were three respondents, so three people who the orders had been made against. One was legally represented. Two were not legally represented because they didn't qualify for legal aid. But the court made absolutely sure that there were interpreters present. Right. So there are lots of ways in which all these, I'm not saying they're not allowances, it's now an expectation. There is an expectation an interpreter will be present. And I'm also aware that the judiciary are more mindful, more aware through experience. And of course, they also have judicial training courses. So yes, I would say that the judiciary are in a good place to deal with cases and those issues, those problems that may be relevant in particular to South Asian communities.